Good morning, everyone. We're here on another trip on the Panama Canal. This time it's an 80-foot catamaran and we're headed to Toboga Island. It's gonna be awesome. What a beautiful day today.
Quantum Souls.
All right, here's a little tour of the boat. Awesome. Well, of course, you've gotta have a bar. Speakers. Speakers for music. The helm of the catamaran. Right there behind us. Man, this is awesome.
But I got this real cute outfit that
Woo! Oh yeah, we're gonna have a good time on this cruise. Here we are, folks, leaving the dock, heading over to Toboga Island. Hello everyone, Mike Arendt here, founder of Infinite Success Academy and author of the book, You're the One. I'm here in Panama, looking over my shoulder. Hopefully you'll see the sunrise today. It is a little bit hazy, so maybe we can get a shot of that in the background. You can see there's a building there, that's where the beach is, and I elected to shoot from a little bit of a different vantage point. So there's nobody bothering us this morning. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you today. I want to get right into this about being a success. Now, of course, the name of my company is Infinite Success Academy, and I spend a lot of time teaching real estate agents, financial advisors, car sales, direct sales style people in developing systems to grow their business. So this is one of the systems that actually I used quite frequently with folks. Now it came from a book called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. And I just kind of paraphrased it and put it together for myself. So that's who is credited. I printed it out in the computer this morning. It took me a while to find it on my computer because I haven't used it. You can see what's actually an Infinite Success Academy form that you would have got either in paper form or digitally had I coached you. So anyway, this is entitled The Laws of Success. So efficiency equals success. Inefficiency equals unsuccessful. So it's not just the efficiencies of numbers or that you got to do everything quickly. That's not it. So it's not the hustle and grind culture. Okay, you got to do, you got to do, you got to do. That's what was put into us as salespeople when we very first started, and it's not that. It's not that anymore. And you don't need to do the hustle and grind. You just need to do small steps every day to advance yourself towards a successful life. So let's get into it. The very first point on this Laws of Success form is: do not worry whether yesterday's work was done well, but concentrate on doing today's work well. So how many times have we done things in the past, like a day before or even a few days before, and you're worrying, oh geez, I don't know if I did that right, or is the boss going to get angry at me, or is that going to produce any sales? Whatever that is for you, we worry about yesterday, but yesterday is not here. You are in the very now moment, right? And that's all you can be in. You can't be in the future, and you can't be in the past. The past helps us create today so we don't repeat mistakes. And our today creates our tomorrow. Okay? So, and every day you must do everything possible in that day. And that means that everything that's physically and mentally possible to do that day without hustling and grinding, right? Without not taking breaks for lunch or coffee breaks or time to get up and move around. Those things you need to do. You have to concentrate on your health too, because if you don't, nobody else will. And then suddenly you're in poor health and you can't even continue doing what you're doing. So remember that do things that you can do today as much as you can without going crazy about it, right? And worrying about, am I going to actually get these things done? And there's a bonus point after all of these that I'll let you know will really, really help you in your productivity and your success. So number 3, do not try to do tomorrow's work today. There will be time for that tomorrow. So don't worry, I just spoke about that. Don't worry that you're not going to get tomorrow's work done because you're busy today. There'll be time for tomorrow's work tomorrow. So do not worry about it today, because you'll get in hustle and grind mode, you'll get anxious, you can't get things done, you're not thinking straight, so you never get things done that day that you're supposed to, right? So this is going to blend into something else here in a minute. So do not overwork yourself, this says the next point, or rush blindly into your business or life in an effort to get the greatest possible things done. We just talked about that. In the shortest possible time. That's the very definition of hustle and grind. Get the most done in the shortest possible time. But how long can you keep doing that? Sure, you can do that for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, but you can't keep doing it because that spells burnout, right? You can't keep doing that. The next point on this list is, it's not the sheer number of things you do, but the efficiency of each individual act that counts. So it's not the number of things you do. I did 25 things today. Yoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, but it's the efficiency. Were they done correctly? Were you able to accomplish your goal at the end of each of those acts? That's what we're looking for here. So this is where we're going to get into efficiency and inefficiency, right? So remember this. Every act that you do is either successful or unsuccessful. Think about that. Every single act you do is either successful or unsuccessful. And every act you do is either efficient or inefficient. There's a correlation there between that, right? Every inefficient act is unsuccessful. Every inefficient act is unsuccessful. And if you spend your life doing inefficient acts, your whole life will be inefficient and unsuccessful. Think about that one. If you just blow through life as fast as you can, trying to be as efficient, do as many things as possible, you will not have an efficient and or therefore successful life. You can't look back at it and go, I conquered my goals. I did what I wanted to do in this lifetime. The idea is not to get to the end with regrets, right? Because that sucks. So, on the other hand, if every efficient act is a success, and if you spend your life doing efficient acts now, not inefficient, but efficient acts, your whole life will be a success. It's a very, very simple formula. If you're efficient in what you do, get things done that you need to get done that day, whether you feel like it or not, you will be efficient. Therefore, you will be successful. Easy, right? Not always, but you have to remember this. Therefore, the cause of being unsuccessful is doing too many inefficient acts and not doing enough efficient acts. So every day is either a successful day or an unsuccessful day. And it is the successful days that get us what we want, our dreams. The successful days are the ones that get us to our dreams. And it's not that hard. You might think, well, how could I possibly be so efficient? I don't get it. I'm not an efficient person. I like to kind of run around. I multitask all the time. And that goes a lot more for females, because they tend to be much better at multitasking than us guys, right? That just comes natural. But the law of averages, remember this one, the law of averages states that the majority rules. So all you need to do is to increase your efficiency to 51%, right? Once you get to 51%, you're in a good group, because there's lots of people that are down at 20%, 15% efficient, 10% efficient every day, because they don't know any of this. But now you do. And remember that successful actions are cumulative, and momentum will build and build. So it's the successful acts that are efficient acts that will get us to our hopes and dreams and a life of success. So how does that actually work in real life? Well, when I was in business, I developed systems, and I'd work those systems every single day, every single week, every single month, every single quarter, every single year. So I broke it down into systems to start my day. And this tells you, I will tell you now, that little bonus gem. And that is, before you go to bed at night, or sometime in the evening, after dinner perhaps, you sit down and write the 3 things you need to accomplish tomorrow. You have to accomplish these things, right? These are the number 1, number 2, number 3. You have to get these 3 things done. And, you know, if you're not in a good place right now, maybe 1 of them is showering. Maybe 2 is eating breakfast. Maybe 3 is going for a walk. And that's fine. It doesn't matter what those 3 things are. But if you're a little bit more developed, you're feeling good, they could be things to do with your business, contacting people, or perhaps if you work in an industrial environment, which I used to do, it's showing up to work on time. Make sure that I'm ready to go to work at a certain time. Make sure my tools are ready, and that I respond to calls so I can go help people do their job to manufacture items, because I was an industrial maintenance mechanic at that point. So those things are what you wanna write down. So 3 things, right? Just 3 things, and then do them. And number 1 should be the most important. And if something happens and you can't do it, that's fine. Then you move that till tomorrow. But you do not scratch it off. There's no way, because you got to get this done. Let's say you're in sales and you needed to contact certain people, and you didn't get all your calls done because some of them didn't answer or haven't returned your calls yet. That's fine. You still got the rest of the day to make that work. If not, you're calling again tomorrow, right? So if you get those 3 things done, just 3 things, that day, then you can say, it has been an efficient and successful day. There's no hustle and grind. There's no anxiety about how much to do. I got those 3 things done. I am a success. And when you start telling yourself every single day that you are successful, you will be successful. Because there's no other way to be at that point. And you will carry that with you as you move forward in life. It doesn't matter. Somebody asks you to do something. Oh, get out of the way. I can do that. No problem. I am a success because I act efficiently. Right? And of course, the caveat is don't get into inefficiency by not doing those three things, and then that day is unsuccessful. And what days bring us what we want? The successful days, right? So that is what you need to do. They're very small little points. I mean, okay, actually what I'll do is in the description, in the show notes on the channel, I will post this page and you can print it out, you can digitally download it, whatever you like to do with it. So you can look at that too and keep that in mind. And once you've conquered three things successfully every day and you're into that groove, and it doesn't matter. I don't care if you work from home or you work in industry or you're sales or you're a big business person. This goes for everybody. Once you conquer those three, then go to 6. But don't go more than 6 because you're going to get into hustle and grind mode. And that is inefficient. Hustle and grind equals inefficiency. And what does inefficiency mean? Unsuccessful. You're getting it now, right? You're getting that whole dialogue. So, thank you so much for listening today. I love you all. I want you to be successful and have a wonderful life. So take care, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye for now. Driving the boat. The captain is dancing and we have it on autopilot. Hopefully, we'll end up at the right spot. Well, folks, we made it here to Toboga Island. Wow, and it's a hot day today, too. Have a look here, you can see the people. You can rent umbrellas to stay on the beach. And you can rent jet skis. The catamaran we came on is just back there. We came ashore via Zodiac dinghy. And we're gonna check out the town and a lovely little Catholic church up here, San Pedro. We'll have a look at that too. That's the big main drag on Toboga Island. I'm just on a covered pier here, and I'm going to show you background of the bay of Toboga Island, and I'll switch you around to see many of the homes here. Part of the beach. The tide is out. That church over there, we're going to be there next. We had to climb up the hill. I'm breathing hard. And now, more steps. We're about to enter San Pedro Church. First church founded in Panama, period. Second oldest Catholic church in the Western Hemisphere. This is an awesome church, built in the 1500s. And you can see there's even tombstones incorporated into the church. Awesome. You get a cool vibe here of people that passed away. And Captain Morgan, yes, the Captain Morgan rum, named after him, lived on this island and pillaged Panama City many times. They traded clothing, multicolored clothing and glass to the indigenous peoples here, and they thought it was great, and they would give them gold in exchange because they didn't have any use for gold, really. Look at some of those. Wow. Cool. Honestly, lovely old church. There's even a couple of people here wanting to confess their sins. Just kidding. It's my wife and brother-in-law. And don't those doors just bring you a beautiful frame? Wow.